Hey! Let me just pull this up. Yes, this is a juice box made for kids. But that's okay because I'm rocking it. I am proud of my juice box. What is going on, everyone? If you're jumping on, come say hi. Hey, Kim. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Tatiana. How is everyone? Hey, Jessica. Hi, Autumn. How's everyone doing? Hi. Hey, Julie. What's going on? Hey, John. Tatiana. What's up? How's everyone doing? I feel like I have something in my teeth and I don't. It's just the shadowing. How's everyone doing? Good, 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 good. Hey, girl. What's going on, Laureen? So before we get started, we just need to do a little quick shaky, 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 shake. Because, my friends, did I have a day today? My God. Like, the longest day in the world. I'm so glad to not be walking the streets of New York City right now. I am tapped out. Hey, Molly, tapped out. So if you feel that way, let's just shake it out right now. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Move that body. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, Christine. I'm good, Jessica. I'm good, 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 good. Hey, Shauna. I was going to ask why you're sad-facing Laureen. Hi, 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 hi. What's going on, my friends? Well, I hope everyone is having a fantastic Thursday. And, oh, what's going on, girl? Thank you for sharing, Jessica. I appreciate it. So I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. If you can, please share this live right now. I would really, really, really appreciate it. Hi, what's going on? I know that was so random, Laureen. Please feel free to share this live. Please feel free to subscribe to my lives and, share it. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so please also, FYI, feel free to comment at any time during this live. I encourage you to comment, express your opinions, ask questions. We are going to be having a Q&A at the end of this live. Let me just repeat that. We are going to have a Q&A at the end of this live. So start thinking about questions. Start getting that thumb ready to press those love buttons and start getting those fingers ready to write some comments because we about to get down. This is pure exhaustion right now. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. All right, so let's get started. So let's talk about how social media can work for you. Thumb is ready. Ready. How social media can work for you. Now, this seems to be a very, very common question that I get from a majority of people is that, and I was just talking to someone today about it. Hey, Danielle. Thank you for sharing, Tatiana. Is the feeling of overwhelm when it comes to social media. So if you feel overwhelmed, you're too funny, Jessica. If you feel overwhelmed by social media, I want you to put a 1 in the comments right now. If you feel overwhelmed by social media, I want you to put a 1 in the comments right now. Like, right now. Put a 1. And that could mean overwhelmed, meaning like you don't know what platforms to write on, or that means that, I don't know, you just are overwhelmed. There we go. Overwhelmed with what content to put out there, what platforms to be on, all of that stuff, right? It confuses you. So there we go. I was going to say, there's definitely more of you on here who are overwhelmed by this. Laureen. Okay, so So the reason why I bring this up, hey Christy, the reason why I bring this up is because, first of all, it's very, very common to be overwhelmed by social media because we all think that we need to be everywhere, right? Every other day, something's either updating or something is new. There's a new platform. I'm just going to put it to, it's not overwhelmed, but it's something. Got you. So it's either something new coming out, or you have to be in more places, or people are telling you that you have to post a certain amount of time in a certain amount of places, right? Hey, Desiree, what's going on? Hi, April. So I just kind of want to kill the, hey, Robin, the misconception right now. Let's just drop some bombs first, right? Let's just drop some bombs first. Bomb number one. Where's my pen? I need to do a pen drop. Damn it, I don't have a pen. Well, we're just going to use my cell phone case as a pen drop. So, bomb number one that we're dropping. You do not have to be everywhere. Let me just repeat that. You do not have to be everywhere. Right? So many people, I feel like we have to be powerful. Yeah, absolutely, Christy. I think that so many people think they have to be everywhere, and I'm going to tell you it is not true. You do not have to be everywhere. You do not have to be everywhere. Just because Snapchat is blowing up, right, doesn't mean that you necessarily have to be on there. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be researching these platforms. This doesn't mean that just because a new platform comes out that you should just be like, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that you need, said bye to Twitter, yeah, you need to be able to condense your time, and you need to understand where your audience is hanging out versus where they're not hanging out, right? For me, my audience really hangs out on Facebook and Instagram. Those are like my two major platforms, right? However, I'm always keeping an eye on Snapchat. I am always keeping an eye on, there's Anchor, which is voice related, YouTube, right? I'm going to be adding YouTube into my list of places that I'm going to be at. But once again, thinking, guys, where is your audience? Where are they hanging out, right? I've seen so many people who have done Pinterest, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, like all of these platforms. And hey, Brittany, and I want to shake them because you don't have to be everywhere. And that's the first case of overwhelm. That's the first case, hey Naomi, the first case of overwhelm that people get because they think they have to be everywhere. Remember where your audience is. Try those platforms out, right? Try those platforms out. If you're finding that you're not understanding them, research it. But if you really feel like knowing your target audience, hey Robin, if they're not on Pinterest, don't waste time on Pinterest, especially when you're first starting, right? Especially when you're first starting. Know where your audience is. That's one, right? That's going to get overwhelmed out of your way. Once you figure out what platforms your audience is on, it's learning those platforms inside and out. Now, let's just be honest, right? What I'm talking about right now isn't for you to take the easy way out, right? I'm not going to sit here and be like, just know your platforms and just post, right? There's a strategy to everything. There's a strategy for everything, right? Keep paying attention to that. When I first started on Instagram, Facebook, I currently still know, I would consider myself very knowledgeable on live stream and very knowledgeable on Instagram. Like, I'm a social media strategist. So I still to this day invest money in learning. I just invested money in an Instagram program. Like, just did that. Why? Because I know that my audience is on there and I still want to learn more, right? So the second part of this is research. Research. Nothing bugs me more than laziness when it comes to social media. Like, do the research, guys. I would suggest being on 2-3 platforms and knowing those platforms like the back of your hand. Back of your hand. If you're going to be on Instagram, Get your hashtag strategy. Know what the hell you're doing. Invest in a course, invest in a coach. Know what you're doing and know those platforms like the back of your hand. Stop being lazy. Stop being lazy and being like, yeah, it's just not working. No, you're just not taking time to learn it. You need to learn it. So if you're gonna rock Facebook at 100%, right? I don't do that. Like, I don't do the whole, when it comes to strategy, I don't do the laziness thing. I don't feel bad for people who try maybe for a week and then they're like, oh my God, no one's following me. I don't feel bad because you're not trying. I think for most niches, Facebook should always be one of your main ones, and then you could choose one or two. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It honestly does, right? It really depends. It really depends on the business. It really does, because there are clients of mine who I recommend not to do Facebook for, who don't even need Facebook, and their primary audience is on Instagram and Snapchat, because the reality is Facebook is the niche market on this are people who in between, I would say 25 would be on the very young side, but like 25 to 55 and up, right? You have grandmas on Facebook now. There are no young people, right? Very rare to get like a 16, 18-year-old on Facebook. So it really does depend, guys, on what your target market is, and what your business entails. But for most cases, Facebook is a primary platform for people. So that's one thing, right? So that's that. But learning these platforms are super, thank you for sharing, Jennifer, are super, super important to do. So that's that. Now let's just go over some organization type of things, right? Yeah, definitely. So when it comes to organization types of things, making your life easier when it comes to content. Now this is big. If you haven't grabbed a pen and paper, I suggest doing that now. Grab the piece of paper and scribble on it, right? Get yourself ready. If you're still with me though, press that love button. Let me know that you are still awake, you are still with me, we're still rocking, and the whole damn thing. Let me know that you are there and we can move on. But for the most part, right, let's just break this part down. So really getting into how you can make social media work for you. So content is very overwhelming for people. People are always like, I don't know what to post. I don't know what things to post. And they're thinking that they need to put all of this stuff, right? You have your email list, you have your YouTube videos, you have your Facebook content, you have your Instagram content. You have all these different sources of content that gets really, 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 really overwhelming. So I think of it like this. I have content days, right? So like Saturdays are my content days. And what I mean by that is my main source of content for that upcoming week gets figured out and made on Saturday, okay? From there, let's just say my topic for the week is how to grow your Instagram following. So Instagram, right? So I'm going to make a video, right? I'm going to make a video that's about, I don't know, anywhere from 4 to 10 minutes. Depends. Really depends. Hey, Sandy. I make the video, right? I upload it. First step, upload it to YouTube, okay? So it's on YouTube. Have content on YouTube, right? For me, my goal is to upload content to YouTube about once to twice a week, okay? So upload it to YouTube. So it's on YouTube. Next, I want to conquer my email list. So I email my list every Monday. So I take that video that I just posted up and then I put it in my email list, right? So that's the video for my email list for that week. So that goes out, boom, Monday. So I'm taking one piece of content and I'm reusing it. So I have that for my email list. Then from my email list, right? Stick with me on my email list. I then take that and then I put that on Facebook, right? So I either put it on my Facebook business page and I use that and I boost it, right? I boost it so more people see it on my business page, or I just simply upload it as like a special type of video on my personal page. Okay, so then I have that. What else am I missing? I have YouTube, I have my email list, I have Facebook. I definitely feel like I am missing something. Oh, blog. And then I take that video and then I post it back onto my blog, right? So I hope you're understanding. You're able to take one piece of content and then reuse that content in other places other than just one place. So many times we think that we have to come up with so many different types of hey Nadine, so many different types of content, when in reality, you could really just make social media work for you in this way. Does that make sense, guys? Just comment saying, yes, that makes sense. Just let me know. For sure, I create videos or lives and then transcribe and then schedule out tweets, IG. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I just think that a lot of people, Desiree, don't realize that you could repurpose your stuff. Hey, Robin, I repurpose. Hey, oh my goodness, hi, Glendina, how you doing? I repurpose my stuff all the time. Hi, all the time, because it's efficient, right? It's so efficient. Stop working harder and work smarter. Now, also remember hey Gina, on Saturdays, right, which are my content days, I'm also thinking about what I'm going to be talking about on my lives. So, hi. So I'm thinking about, okay, what is it that I want to touch on this week? What is it? I literally go through Facebook, guys, and I'm searching for questions that people are asking in Facebook groups, on Facebook itself, on Instagram. You can search on Instagram hashtags, and I'll use the hashtag social media questions and see what comes up in those hashtags. I'll go in Facebook groups and go in the search engine and see, I'll put in Instagram and see if anyone has questions about Instagram. So using all of these things as tools. Nothing irritates me more than when people depend solely on one form of input for their business. So for instance, like there's so many people who think that they have to post five times a day in Facebook groups, right? Here's a bomb. Here's a bomb. Here we go. Using Facebook groups as a tool, right? Using Facebook groups as a tool. Don't make it your main consumption, right? This is a mistake that so many of you make. You do not have to post 5 times in 10 different groups on Facebook. Realize what groups work best for you. Once again, where is your audience? And it's about quality over quantity. I don't really post in Facebook groups anymore, to be honest with you, but when I was only posting once a day and making sure that content was the bomb. And I would get a ton of comments, I would get a ton of likes, and it would always just come back to the top because people were always commenting on it. I wasn't posting 5 to 7 times a day. Like, that doesn't make sense. You're going to drive yourself crazy. Once again, using these things as tools, right? I'm on Facebook Live. I use Facebook. I also use Instagram a lot. I also use YouTube a lot. Like, those are my 3 components. And then upcoming, I know in my mind, I'm going to be really pushing my blog. Like, I have all of these different tools. Think of your business as a toolbox, guys. And the wrench, the hammer, all these things, they all do different things for your house, right? You know how we always say that your brand is like a house, right? Well, using your toolbox, working on your house, you're going to use different tools. Like, that's just the reality of it. Ooh, that's a good analogy. Ooh, right? You're going to use different tools to work on your house. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, these all represent the hammer, the screwdriver, all of these things, right? The wrench, they all represent that. So using all those different tools to help you with your house, not to spend all your time on just one platform. Okay? So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, this social media thing is so confusing, because it's not. It's simple. It really is simple. Know where your audience is, research the crap out of the platforms, the 2 to 3 platforms that you want to be on, sometimes 1 to 2. I suggest 2 to 3, right? So audience, research, hey Andrea, audience, research, right? And then strategy. That is what you want to think about. Strategy, learning to use the platforms for your benefit. It's that simple. And repurposing, that's the 4th, repurposing your content. Like boom, 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 right? So if you guys have any questions, please feel free. We're going to do a quick Q&A right now for the last 5 minutes. So if you have any questions regarding social media, scheduling for social media, what to post on social media, please let me know. Now is the time to do that. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to type those questions in. While you're doing that, I have 2 huge announcements that I want to say. So here we go. And this is actually going to get announced tomorrow on my Facebook Live, but I figured that I would just kind of bring this up to you guys because you rock and I love you. So I am opening up enrollment again for my 6-week House of Branding one-on-one program. It's been off the market for a little bit because I've just been compiled with my clients and group programs and stuff, but I am now opening it back up. So I'm probably only going to do 3 spots, to be honest with you. It's a 6-week program. There is a upgrade to it if you were looking to have a website and a logo inputted to it. So if anyone, I'm going to talk more about this tomorrow in my live tomorrow, but just to put it in your mind, I am opening back up enrollment for this. So if you're looking for help with your brand messaging, help with what the hell your story is, what you're looking to really getting out there, this is really a really great program for you. And I'm also offering website and logo help as well. And I would design all of that. So if you're interested in that, message me. I'm going to be talking about it more tomorrow in my live. And then also, masterclass alert. We are doing a masterclass this month, and I'm super, super pumped about it. $10. It's happening, I believe, next week. I scheduled it. So once again, I will be talking more about that tomorrow. So just putting that in your mind. Aw, thanks, Laureen. All right. So go ahead, write your questions, my friends. I know I went off on a little tangent. Scheduling. I want to do a video every day, but I always do something else, and I think I'm afraid, how do I make it happen? What do you mean, how do you make it happen? How to make the video happen, or how to make the scheduling happen? Just break that down a little bit. Because if you're looking for scheduling and wanting to do a video every day, I think if you're having trouble getting into that, is taking slow steps into it. So maybe starting 3 days. It's all about consistency, right? So maybe start 3 days a week first and at least pin down that time. So if you're going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 4 p.m., get yourself in the habit of doing that. And then once you find that you're in the flow of 4 p.m. every day, then start tacking on Thursday and Friday. And then you'll kind of get more in the flow of it. Both. Yeah, so like I said, I think what you should do first is kind of set the 3 days a week, get yourself in the flow, and then, right? And then go into doing it every day, just so you get the habit of doing it. Do you recommend linking your Instagram post to your Facebook biz page? No, I don't recommend doing that. So here's why, Julie. Here's why I don't recommend linking your Instagram post to your Facebook business page. My strategy for Instagram is much different than Facebook. I don't post really the same content on there. Sometimes I do, right? I'm not going to say that I never do, but for the most part, I don't. The reason for that is because they both serve very different purposes in my business. My Facebook is purely education based. so my nose is so itchy, is purely education based. So I'm really, I do a live Monday through Friday, right? Monday through Friday I do a live. So it's very based on education. My Instagram is much more on the inspiration, right? So I look at Instagram as my online magazine, my story. So I look at it as my story of entrepreneurship, people coming on the journey of me being an entrepreneur, and how that looks from here, from the beginning to the middle to when I am rocking it to maybe the end. Like, I don't know. I think I'm always going to be an entrepreneur, but you never know. Right? So that's more, Instagram is more the story. So I'm much more visual on there. I'm really paying attention to what pictures I'm taking, the captions. It's more of a story versus Facebook that is much more on the education side. Does that make sense? And great question, Julie. Anyone else have any questions when it comes to social media, Instagram, Facebook? Like, now is the time to ask it, my friends. I'm here. I'm here. So ask away. No problem, Julie. Any other questions? Oh my God, my nose is so itchy. No questions? You guys are really quiet tonight. This isn't like you. I think everyone feels like very tired from the weather, and I'm pretty sure that, not to sound super woo-woo right now, but I think, and Laureen would know this, I think there's retrograde going on, and I think a lot of people are feeling that. I think a lot of people are feeling that. Well, I'm going to let you guys go because I feel the sleepiness. I feel it. I feel it. But if you have any other questions, if you're watching the replay and you have any questions, please feel free to write down and I will answer them, or inbox me. I'm more than happy to do that. If you're interested in any of the things that I brought up tonight, please let me know. I'm more than happy to answer anything that you have. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Please share this with your followers. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I love you guys very, very, very much. If you had a long day today and you're stressed out and you're tired, I feel you. I feel you. I am on that boat with you. I hope you guys have a great rest of the night, and I will talk to you later. Mwah. Have a good night, guys. Bye.